Hello, white people. It looks like Joe Biden is going to be our next president. And here, let me give you the evidence for that. Okay, so first of all, we know that presidents are selected and not elected. The elites choose who is going to rule over us. And the reason why Donald Trump was put into place was to keep, and I've said this before, was to keep people from taking the government back. And Trump knows that he's not going to serve a second term. And this whole hysteria about, the votes were rigged or whatever, both sides are in on it, okay? So the elites are playing both the buyer and the seller in this equation, or in this transaction. You have to remember that. So they create all of this drama. For, whatever reason, it's for power, and they know we're going to freak out. And they know we're going to take the country back. And so Trump is part of this because Trump is part of the swamp. And systematically, we have had our rights taken away from us. And a year before we have the next dictator in place, Trump has, brought in the mindfuck virus. We've had lockdowns. We've had places where you can gather. Those kind of businesses were shut down. There might be some that aren't shut down, but there's limits to, limits really limit in group size. And then in some states like California, telling people how many visitors they can have over at their house or how many people that they can have for a holiday meal from different households. It's just getting us prepared for the coming hell. And Trump is completely aware of this because he's part of the system. And something, it was really nice in the beginning to think that he was an outsider and he was different. He was a businessman. He wasn't a politician. Blah, 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 blah. We all bought the bullshit. So I know there's going to be people out there going, oh, no, Trump, he's different. No, he's not different. He hasn't proven to be different. He's one of the elites. He's part of the swamp. And, that's the unfortunate reality. And we just need to buckle down and get ready. So if you are concerned about our future, I don't think that there's going to be tanks rolling down the street. But people have lost a lot of liberties. And, something, people think that free speech is a big deal. Well, free speech is, it's only if government tries to quiet your speech. And lately, the speech has been quieted by the big tech companies. And the big tech companies are the ones that actually rule over us. And those are the ones that can crush us. But now that we have this mindfuck hysteria, we've also had this threat too. Since we can still have private property in this country, but if you're a wrong thinker, an unregulated agency can come and can take your property away from you. And you have no legal recourse. It's been this way for years. I know that's a pretty big deal. Or they can empty out your bank account with no legal recourse. And it's been this way for years. If the government or an agency thinks that you're a terrorist, and just about anything can get you defined as a terrorist these days, you'll lose everything. So, what kind of hope should we have, and what should we do to fix our country? I think, first of all, we need to look and see, what made us great in the first place. Because, this isn't the end. Just because we're having this annoying guy who looks like he's got dementia, and we'll probably have Kamala Harris be sworn in as the next president, it doesn't mean that you need to lose all hope, So what can you do? Well, you got to work on yourself. You have to ask yourself, how did I contribute to this problem? What mindset did I have? What belief systems did I believe that were degenerate that brought us here? Americans are very resilient people, and we're a very strong people. We created the most I don't know, the best country in the world with our bare hands out of raw wilderness. You know, there's countries out there that have done the same thing too, but it took them centuries to do that. And within, I don't know, less than around 200-ish years or so, we were able to do that. We've gotten to the place where people want to come to this country. They want our identity. They want to be us. And it's kind of awkward, and I've gotten into fights with people. I get into fights with people all the time. I'm telling them, no, you can't be an American. You have to be related to an American to be an American. You can't just walk into the U.S. and be an American. You can't just be born here and be an American. That's just not how it works. And I was saying the other day to somebody, so if somebody can be a Mexican American, if I have a child in Mexico, will that child be American Mexican? Of course, you don't hear anything back after that. People just don't seem to understand. And of course it's unconstitutional. Birthright citizenship is unconstitutional. But like I said, we have no legal recourse at the moment. We just have to lay low and go gray. And some people, this is really bizarre. I've seen some people say, we need to form militias. I'm just like, oh my God. Really? This late in the game? It's not like we've had years and years and years of warnings that it was going to come down to this. So don't lose hope. Refer to your Bible. And keep leading your life. Make goals. Make big goals for yourself. It's not like the government and the elites and the tech giants are going to take everything away from you. Well, maybe you can't gather in large groups, or maybe you can't travel to a foreign country or something like that. But nobody's going to stop you from learning a foreign language, from reading literature, from listening to music, to just learning a new trade or anything like that, or starting a business. The government has some control over our lives, but they don't have 100% control over our lives. Live your life. Live your life to the fullest. And live it as an American. All right, white people, that's the damage for now. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to your thoughts below.